In this tutorial I'm going to talk about creating a standard skybox around your level. So once you have a majority of your geometry blocked in, it's time to create a sky around it. And it's going to take a little bit of time, especially if it's an exterior area you're creating. And this tutorial is going to cover just the 2D standard. You can also create 3D skyboxes, which I will cover later. You have to completely surround your level in a skybox texture geometry brushes. And a few things to keep in mind: that terrain has to be completely blocked off from the outside void, so stuff like underneath the terrain has to be blocked off as well. Leaving this without any brush to cover this is not good. So I'm gonna start I'm gonna show you how to create. So I'm not gonna do the entire level in this particular tutorial, but I'm gonna show you the basics, how to start. So, and how to apply and include the sky, specific sky and lighting. So let's begin. Let me bump up my grid. I was on 2, so I want to make sure that I'm at least on 16 or 8. That would create a lot of problems. So make sure your grid snaps are pretty high. So I'm just going to position this brush. I'm going to drag this up. Now, the way the sky brushes work, they don't have to be. What you don't want to do is you don't want to create a huge cube and hollow it out as a sky brush. That's not good planning, and it's going to create a lot of problems. You wanna optimize your level as you create your sky brushes. So my sky, like let's say behind this building, I don't have to pull this sky brush down all the way down and make sure that it touches. I'm just gonna create it just touching a specific top part, so it peeks out from the top, and that's how I'm gonna kind of create a lot of these brushes. Is they're gonna be not completely behind the building. So let's say this is gonna be the beginning of my sky brush. Let me apply a sky texture to it. So go to your face edit sheet, click on browse, and type in Skybox. Scroll down until you see just a skybox text. Click on a regular skybox and apply it to your entire brush. So now basically you pull all these brushes and you block it off. It's a little bit time consuming, and so here I am now. I'm kind of going. I'm creating the top that's gonna go across, and what I'm making sure is that it kind of touches the top of this roof. And as I'm moving it across, and I want to bring it all the way down behind this terrain. I'm probably going to also extend this all the way back. So I'm going to bring it all the way back to touch behind this. And here, I'm just going to take this brush and I'm going to duplicate it down as it touches the bottom, so it's all the way underneath our geometry, our terrain. Now the thing is, I don't want the entire brush here to be across underneath our buildings, so I want to kind of encompass just this section underneath here with my sky brush, leave this as is, and then come back here, and there's going to be another sky brush kind of going underneath this terrain. So bring this back down. Actually, I'm going to bring this down. I'm going to pull this guy down here. And now I could safely bring it back. Let me see what it looks like in perspective view. And another thing, this skybox texture, the parts we don't see, it's gonna be a no draw texture. So let me show you that really quick. So what no draw texture does, it doesn't render inside the engine, which makes your optimization and makes your level run better. So let's say this brush we're all gonna see, and this is gonna project a sky from this. But the brushes underneath here, these are all gonna be no draw texture. So the way you apply that, you go to browse, type in no draw. Let me do that again. No draw. And you want to apply that to them. And so it still blocks off your level, but it will not draw, will not render any of these textures. And you just want to go through the entire level and block off your level with a sky brush. So let me show you really quick how to apply environment light environment actually to your level. So we have light coming from the skybox itself. The way you do that is you create an entity called light environment, put it anywhere in your level, and when you double click on it, you will be presented with a bunch of options. You can do brightness, ambient, everything else. So how do you know which one to apply? So what you want to do is you want to head over to developer.valvesoftware.com/wiki/sky_list, and on this page you're going to scroll all the way down, and on the bottom of this you will see L4D Skyboxes. So here you have I think about six skies that you can apply to your level. So let's say I like this one and I want to apply it. So copy and paste this name, go to your map properties, object properties of the map pops up. So when you go in that skybox texture name, you want to paste it right in here. Click apply. So what that does, it uses a texture and then applies to your skybox. So when you render it and you go inside, you will see this texture on a skybox. And for your light, double click on the light again, and pitch, you want to pay attention to pitch, brightness, ambient. And then when you go back, you have options right here. These are the numbers that you want to plug in. And right here at the top it says sun angle, sun pitch, ideal brightness, and ideal ambience. So let's say I like the first one. Now I'm going to use the Hospital 05 rooftop. So 115 minus 13. So you kind of go back. So for the pitch you want to type in -13. For the angle 150, or actually it's 115. For brightness, just want to copy and paste these four numbers. Select brightness, paste it in, and for ambient, it's these four numbers. Copy, paste, click apply, and when you render this out, the sky should have a specific lighting and a specific texture applied to it. So continue forward and just block off the entire level, and then we'll test it and see how it looks in the game.